Hi there, and welcome to Mass Bay Community College. My name is Sean Fortney. I'm the Assistant Director of Academic and Transfer Advising here at Mass Bay. And today I'm going to be chatting with you a bit about how to engage with your academic advisor when you're at Mass Bay, some things you might be able to expect from us. When you think about course selection for your first semester at Mass Bay, what that might look like, and what advising in general might look like for you while you're here at Mass Bay. So let's jump in. The first thing we want to note is that right now, all of our advising services are entirely online. And so what that means is if you're trying to engage with an academic and transfer advisor, your first stop is to go to our website, www.massbay.edu/academics/advising. You can find us there. All of our advisors are actually work there in our virtual Zoom center every day, Mondays from 11 to 5, Tuesdays through Thursdays from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m., and Fridays from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. And this is designed to kind of span the entirety of the start of the fall 2021 semester. So if you're watching this and we're after that time period, know that our hours might be subject to change. So come check out that website. In general, though, you can pop in there on your phone. You can pop in there by calling in, or you can pop in there by joining right there through Zoom. I'd strongly recommend using the Zoom link if you can, even on your phone, because it's going to allow us to help walk you through how to register, how to see your curriculum, and it'll be a much more helpful experience for us all the way through. If our hours aren't working for you, or if you aren't able to make it into the center for whatever reason, you can shoot us an email at advisingcenter@massbay.edu. We promise a response within 48 hours, but often it's more like 24 or even 12. Finally, a big reminder from all of us before we even jump in is to please check your Mass Bay email every day. I know right now you're thinking, I got it, I'm signed in, I'll totally check it. Please forward it to another email, like make sure you're accessing it, put it on your phone. I cannot tell you how many times we work with students that could have maybe had a different first semester if they would have been looking at their email, because they would have caught more things in the moments that they needed to see them. So please check your email every day. That being said, that's how you're going to find us in the Advising Center, generally speaking, and know that throughout the entirety of the fall 2021 semester will be in an online or remote advising format. You might be saying, Sean, that's great, but who's my advisor? Your advisor will be assigned to you by mid-October at the latest, but likely it'll be sooner. Likely by mid-September or late September, you'll hear from us saying, hi, this is your advisor. And this person should be the person that's going to stick with you throughout your entire Mass Bay experience from start to finish. You might get some other folks to join you along the way, but you're in the right place for the time being, I guess. We'd like to strongly encourage you to work with this advisor that you've been assigned as your chief point of contact. Email them, make appointments with them when we're working on an appointment basis, and really kind of build that relationship with them. The more they know about you, the more they're going to be helpful in getting you to where you want to go. All of our advisors are trained in academic advising as well as transfer advising, but there are a few folks that really, have some advanced expertise in maybe a specific type of division or in transfer specifically. Ask your advisor about that. If you have a passion maybe for a particular division or for a particular type of, or for transfer, for example. You might think, okay, Sean, that's great, but like, what can I use the advisor for? And so it's a collaborative relationship. So please, we're here to help you along your journey. But here's some things we normally work with folks on. It might be a good place to start. The first is anytime you want to change your course schedule, add, drop, or withdraw, we always advise you kind of double check with your advisor, whoever that person might be. So if you're adding a course, dropping a course during the add drop week, you can make sure that happens. My cat is doing some zoomies, that's fun. Or a withdraw from the semester. And so we'll talk about that, but as you get closer to the end of the semester, if things aren't going very well for you in the class or something's come up, a withdrawal is an option, and we can talk to you about what that might mean for you in general. If you have a waiver that'll waive you from placement testing, we can help you with that. If you're going to change your major and understand new program requirements, that's something advisors will work with you on. If you start here at Mass Bay and things don't go quite as well as you were hoping, perhaps maybe your first semester is more challenging or your second semester is challenging, something comes up, we offer services to help students kind of get back on track academically. So know that you can utilize us for any of those resources as well. As I noted before, we work with students who transfer on to many different institutions, whether that's Massachusetts Maritime Academy, whether that's Bentley, Babson, Boston University, Boston College, Northeastern, Harvard, Framingham State, UMass Boston, all of those programs and more we work with them on, and we've transfer agreements with some schools. We're a big part of mass transfer, if you've heard about that. So let's get you situated early on if we can, to make sure you're using our resources. If you have any issues with professors or classes, we can help you with that. Of course, we would encourage you to email your professor as well, but we can talk through that and any program requirements you might have as well. All of that being said, as you're getting ready for the fall semester, we want to talk to you about what advising might look like for new students. The first thing to note is, as you're getting ready to enroll for the fall, we're really going to be focusing on your first semester goals. What's your major? Is it the right major? What's your schedule look like? How many classes can you take, and choosing those courses? And then we also, I would also encourage you to kind of explore transfer. There's one program called Commonwealth Commitment that requires that you sign up for it before you hit 15 credits. It requires a few different things like being full-time. But if you're trying to save money on your academic journey and you're hoping to transfer, I would encourage you to take a look at that. And so that's that website down there, www.massbay.edu/academics/advising/comcom. You'll also find it on the left-hand side of our advising website. There's a form on there. Just go ahead and fill it out. I'll give you some information about ComCom and if it's a good fit for you. All this being said, you probably are thinking, but what about my long-term goals? I want to think about my long-term academic journey, and we're going to assist you with that. We're going to do that during what we call our Compass meeting. And that's going to be happening in the first, really in October, in the first few weeks of October and the first weeks of November. We'll be trying to meet with you for an hour-long meeting to make sure you're really set towards your academic goals and dreams. So to reiterate, before the fall semester starts, we'll help you choosing your courses for just the fall semester. After that, we're going to be focusing a bit more on your long-term goals and journey and focus on your registration and transfer goals then. As you start this journey, it's really good to take a look at your program. If you haven't already, you can find that on the academic section of the MassBay website. It's going to outline how to get your degree done or certificate done in a certain period of time. If it's an associate's degree, we're required to show you how to get it done in 2 years, but you may be working on a different plan. For example, you might not want to take 19 credits in your first semester, like the business administration course talks about. So know that sometimes students can take up to 3 years to get the degree done, and that's okay. You can definitely share this information with your advisor to talk about how much you think is appropriate for you to handle per semester, and in general, how much to handle in terms of if you want to get your degree done in a certain period of time. As you start thinking about building your schedule for the fall semester, it's important to realize that basically full time is 12 credits or more, and every credit is equal to 1 hour of class and 1 to 2 hours out of class for homework and or studying. So if you're going to be taking, let's say, 4 classes, they're all 3 credits each, 12 credits. That's 24 hours a week of class time, and then 12 to 24 hours a week. My gosh, I messed that up. It's 12 hours of class time, and then 12 to 24 hours a week of homework. So that can be up to 36 hours. And so as you're thinking about your semester, how much time do you have to dedicate towards your schedule? And you can use this quick little chart over here as a recommendation tool to start thinking about it. So be mindful of that, and when you make sure you share any commitments you have when you talk with your advisor. Finally, these are some really important dates I hope that you can put into your planner. The first is that the first day of classes is on Tuesday, September 7th. Get ready for that one. If it's an online class, make sure you check the Blackboard account and make sure you're checking your MassBay email for the links to your meetings. The first week of classes is what we call our add drop week. And that's where you can basically change your course schedule up without any penalty. And so during that time, if you're feeling like a class isn't a good fit for you, you can make that change, or you want to reduce or expand your course load, you can do that then. And then finally, November 29th is the last day to withdraw from classes. I spoke about withdrawing earlier. So make sure you keep those dates in mind, because November 29th is going to be the very last day. And the same thing with September 13th. That's the very last day for add drop. If you are in an NSIMA program that requires you to be full-time, let's say you're getting a certain amount of financial aid, you're getting you have health insurance that requires that you're an international student, or you're getting veterans educational benefits, staying full-time might matter a lot for you. So I would strongly encourage you to come meet with your advisor or meet with any of us in the virtual advising center to chat about how that withdrawal might impact you generally. Finally, just to remind you once again, at MassBay Advisors, we care a lot about you. We're going to be with you on your journey here. So please let us know how we can best assist you in making sure that the semester goes well. And again, come see us in the Virtual Advising Center. Use Zoom if you can. And our operating hours are listed down there. Thank you.